Mike Wars 2 Redemption. In this corner, we have the Aston Stealth, large format broadcast and studio quality dynamic microphone. It has a frequency response of 20 Hz to 20K and a price tag of $399. And in this corner, the RODE Procaster, a large format broadcast quality dynamic microphone. It has a frequency response of 75 Hz to 18K and a price tag of $229. In this battle, I will read For Annie by Edgar Allan Poe and seamlessly switch between the microphones. Which of these microphones will take the prize? Which of these brutal beasts will destroy their foe? Who survives round 2? Let's start the mic war. Fight!
This is the Aston Stealth on the V2 setting. This is the RODE Procaster. This is the Aston Stealth on the V1 setting. This is the RODE Procaster. For Annie by Edgar Allan Poe. Thank heaven the crisis, the danger is past, and the lingering illness is over at last, and the fever called living is conquered at last. Sadly, I know I am shorn of my strength. In no muscle I move as I lie at full length. But no matter, I feel I am better at length. And I rest so composedly now in my bed, that any beholder might fancy me dead, might stare at beholding me, thinking me dead. The moaning and groaning, the sighing and sobbing are quieted now with that horrible throbbing. At heart, oh, that horrible, horrible throbbing. The sickness, the nausea, the pitiless pain have ceased with the fever that maddened my brain, with the fever called living that burned in my brain. And oh, of all tortures, that torture the worst has abated the terrible torture of thirst, for the Naphthaline river of passion accursed. I have drank of a water that quenches all thirst, of a water that flows with a lullaby sound, from a spring but a very few feet underground, from a cavern not very far down underground. From a cavern not very far down underground. And let it never be foolishly said that my room it is gloomy and narrow my bed. And let it never be foolishly said that my room it is gloomy and narrow my bed. For man never slept in a different bed. And to sleep you must slumber in just such a bed. My tantalized spirit here blandly reposes, forgetting or never regretting its roses, its old agitations of myrtles and roses. For now, while so quietly lying, it fancies a holier odor about it, of pansies, a rosemary odor, commingled with pansies, with rue and the beautiful Puritan pansies. And so it lies happily, bathing in many a dream of the truth and the beauty of Annie, drowned it in a bath of the tresses of Annie. When the light was extinguished, she covered me warm, and she prayed to the angels to keep me from harm, to the queen of the angels to shield me from harm. And I lie so composedly now in my bed, knowing her love, that you fancy me dead. And I rest so contentedly now in my bed, with her love at my breast, that you fancy me dead, that you shudder to look at me, thinking me dead. But my heart, it is brighter than all of the many stars in the sky. But my heart, it is brighter than all of the many stars in the sky. For it sparkles with Annie. It glows with the light of the love of my Annie, with the thought of the light of the eyes of my Annie. with the thought of the light of the eyes of my Annie. With the thought of the light of the eyes of my Annie. With the thought of the light of the eyes of my Annie.
This is the Aston Stealth in the V2 setting.
This is the RODE Procaster.
This is the Aston Stealth on the V1 setting.
This is the RODE Procaster.
Which microphone is this? Is it the Aston Stealth on the V1 setting or the RODE Procaster? For sample A, choose your microphone now.
Which microphone is this? Is it the Aston Stealth on the V1 setting or is it the RODE Procaster? For sample B, choose your microphone now.